Hi everyone. Larisa, Hussain and I will be talking about a sustainable online phonetics course that we've been offering at George Mason University. It predates the pandemic as we have been offering it for 5 years now. The goal of today's presentation is to assert that a linguistically responsible phonetics course can indeed be taught fully online. We will describe our graduate level course and focus upon the chief ways in which we enhance student collaboration through narrow phonetic transcription. We also report on some of the technology and tools that we use in this course. Our challenge was to design a theoretical phonetics course for teachers of English as a second language. How could we keep it theoretically phonetic while making it accessible and useful to students with applied concerns? And how to do this online? Our Ling 523 course is part of our graduate TESOL certificate program. Essentially, it does what most phonetics courses should do. It covers topics in the articulation of speech sounds, the acoustics of speech sounds, and it stresses the art of narrow phonetic transcription. In the class, we move from a discussion of theoretical knowledge to applied knowledge. And even though we have named this course English Phonetics, there is a reasonable amount of comparative and contrastive work. This, along with an understanding of the sources of second language pronunciation problems, leads to some best practices for teachers who teach non-native speakers. A major focus in this course is on the narrow transcription of a large variety of native and non-native English speech. For us, this achieves two things. It trains the students to become close listeners and analyzers, and it promotes iterative collaboration. We rely on the data found in the Speech Accent Archive. This is an accessible and growing database of annotated English speech. It contains almost 3,000 samples of native and non-native speakers reading the same English paragraph. Speaker demographics and phonetic transcriptions are included. Our phonetics students contribute to this database through a semester-long project. The collaborative project involves teams of students. Each team solicits a suitable non-native speaker of English and uses approved field recording methods to digitally capture the speech. Throughout the semester, the speech is narrowly transcribed collaboratively, and with the help of speech analysis software, consensus is reached. The transcription is analyzed and compared to a native speaker sample, and general phonological differences are noted and given some theoretical attribution. Finally, a pedagogical intervention is proposed.
Here we have one of the non-native speech samples students worked on for their semester-long project. I will play a short clip here. Take a listen.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store.
The project relies heavily on transcription and analysis. It draws upon listeners' perceptual and linguistic knowledge, so students are expected to apply the knowledge from the course material in their work. We view transcription as more of an art than a science, so it requires practice. The project helps train students to be close listeners, and in reaching the consensus, it requires multiple human listeners, which of course enhances students' collaboration, interaction, and engagement in such an online class. Since this course is fully asynchronous, we utilize Wiki to transcribe and the discussion board to discuss and reach the consensus on a weekly basis. So for the Wiki, each week students are assigned a different part to transcribe, and they take turns in starting off the transcription so that no one student will always be the first to transcribe. As you can see, the wiki page here shows the student's transcription, and in red is the agreed upon transcription after discussion. This is an example from 1 week. Here we have another wiki transcription from another week and a consensus for that week as well. You can see some of the discussion excerpts here from 1 week. Discussion board is where students discuss some of the issues they faced and reflect on their experience for that week's transcription. Once the students finish their weekly transcription assignments, we have a complete transcription that students did and agreed on for the Mandarin 28 sample. This agreed upon transcription is used for other tasks in the group project, such as creating a list of phonological generalizations in the speech sample, coming up with theoretical attribution for those generalizations, and developing an intervention plan to remedy some of the speech errors. This online course utilizes different technological tools, such as the tools available in Blackboard, using specialized high-quality microphones, external crowdsourcing application, which was developed by Steven Weinberger and his team, where we use it for transcription exercises in this course. We also train students to use speech analysis software, such as Pratt and Audacity. We also utilize smartphones for field recordings with portable high-quality microphones.
Student feedback. To check the online course effectiveness, we compared students' feedback between face-to-face and online delivery. The results show that there is no difference between both learning environments, proving the outcomes were similar in their quality. We also compared students' online interaction to check whether the online environment provided an opportunity for learners to interact between each other. We compared students' interaction or the number of messages they posted on discussion board when they discussed project tasks and weekly discussion prompts. The average number of posts per student was higher when students work on the project task, showing ongoing conversation on the task completion. When we compared engagement or the number of words each student posted on the discussion board, the results were different. Students wrote longer messages when they answered the weekly discussion prompts than they did on the project task. This shows that the task-oriented assignments, such as project assignment, usually requires shorter messages on engagement, but more frequent participation on interaction. There are still some residual problems, and one of them is that the wiki should be replaced with another tool, where both discussion board and the wiki functions are combined, such as Piazza, VoiceThread, or Harmonize. Other problems are the need for the no-contact methods for recording and the need to expand the crowdsourced transcription tutorial.
In the final analysis, we believe that the structure of our online class and the non-native speech project have provided three types of interaction that are important for the effective engagement of the students, namely, the learner content interaction through pre-recorded lectures, assigned readings, and assignments, learner-instructor interaction through written feedback, ask professor forum, and real-time office hours, and finally, learner-learner interaction through collaboration on the non-native speech project, group presentations, and guided discussion board interactions. Due to the nature of the online class, it welcomes and attracts diverse population of students. We also believe that such a design of an asynchronous course is sustainable on the long run, scalable, and can also be generalized to other linguistics classes. Although this course was not initially designed for or as a response to the changes implemented by our institution due to COVID-19, it proves to have an effective design in such circumstances, and many of the course aspects were actually adopted by other faculty in the program. This is the end of our presentation. I'm Hussain Almalki, and on behalf of my colleagues Stephen and Larisa, I would like to thank you for watching.